If you're looking for passage to Solstheim, too bad. Sure. Yeah, that's me. Why? Who sent you? Now, hold on. That wasn't my fault. I didn't know they were going to attack anybody. I don't even know how I got here. It's hard to explain. I remember those people with the masks coming on board. Then, the next thing I remember, I was here, and they were gone. And that's not right, losing whole days like that. There's been something strange going on there for a while. But after this, I'm done. I'm not going back to Solstheim. May the wind be at your back, friend. I already told you. I'm not going back to Solstheim. I already told you. I'm not going back to Solstheim. I already told you. I'm not going back to Solstheim. I already told you. I'm not going back to Solstheim. I already told you. I'm not going back to Solstheim. I already told you. I'm not going back to Solstheim. I already told you. I'm not going back to Solstheim. I already told you. I'm not going back to Solstheim. I already told you. I'm not going back to Solstheim. I already told you. I'm not going back to Solstheim. All right, you have a point. Taking you back to find out who sent them is the least I can do. Besides, maybe you can put a stop to whatever's going on over there. I owe them a bit of payback myself. Well, here we are. This is Raven Rock. Can't say I'm all that glad to see it again. Good luck. Maybe you can figure out what's going on around here.
I don't recognize you. So I'll assume this is your first visit to Raven Rock, Outlander. State your intentions. Mirak, I'm not sure that I do. Just remember, Raven Rock is sovereign territory of House Redoran. This is Morrowind, not Skyrim. While you're here, you will be expected to abide by our laws. Any questions? I'm unsure. I swear I know. I don't think so. I'm not... The name has something to do with the Earthstone, I think. But I'm not sure what. I have to be. As second counselor, the security of Raven Rock. This isn't exactly the city of Blacklight. We're on the frontier out here. We've had more that, after all we've been through together. I refuse to let Councillor Morvain down. Councillor Morvain is House Redoran's representative on Solstheim. As second councillor, it's my job to support him and make certain his rule is enforced. Raven Rock started out as an imperial settlement. The Empire decided to abandon it, just as my people were first setting foot here. They left the town a shambles. When House Redoran took over, we turned it around and it became ours. And even if it's been a struggle to make this island livable, we're proud to call it home. Your ignorance of our homeland doesn't surprise me. It's the capital of Morrowind. Been that way ever since Mournhold was sacked by the Argonians. I don't visit there often anymore, but we still get the occasional supply ship and visitors from there. Quite a while ago, yes. They cut a bloody swath across most of the southern region of Morrowind. Nobody seems certain why it happened. An attempted expansion, revenge for the enslavement of their people, or perhaps both. Whatever the case may be, thousands of Dunmen needlessly lost their lives, and many more were exiled from their homeland. Giallan, I was starting to wonder what happened to you.
We were delayed by bad weather. Before you even ask, yes, I have the supplies you requested. But what? This load cost me double what we'd agreed on. Nothing I can do about it.
Damn it, Jolland, you know we don't have that much coin.
Look, the East Empire Company didn't give me a choice. They've raised their prices again, and there's nothing I can do about it.
After all these years, they're gouging us for every last drake we have. Let me talk to Laeral. I'll see what we can do.
All right, Admiral. Don't worry about rushing it. Just pay me when you can.
Splendid. Another mouth to feed.
Headed east. May want to give the Tel Mithrin a wide berth. I don't like the looks of that place. If it wasn't for the bulwark, we'd be digging our houses out from beneath the ash by now.
Want to buy anything, or just laugh at our misfortunes? Mining gear? No. However, I used to sell East Empire pendants until I ran out of them. Popular little item. It's an amulet that was made exclusively for the East Empire Company. They gave them to their workers as an incentive at one point, a kind of reward for extra effort. They're no longer being made, so they've become a collectible. I'd love to get my hands on a few of them. They could be anywhere on the island. The mines might be a good place to start. If you find any while you're exploring Solstheim, bring them here, and I'll pay you for them. I think I maybe had a dream about someone with that name. It was very strange. Was I building something? A shrine down on the beach near the Earthstone? I'm not sure. Bad? What if I told you that you're the first person that's even considered looking at my wares today? I've half a mind to contact my friends at the East Empire Company and see if they need an extra hand in Windhelm. Oh, absolutely. In fact, I've corresponded with Vittoria Vici herself more than once. You know, the lady who runs the East Empire Company warehouse in Solitude. The biggest warehouse they have in Skyrim. Bah! You're just like the rest of the folks around here. Mark my words. The East Empire Company will return to Raven Rock, and when they do, I'll be at the top of their list. The question you should be asking is, what don't I sell here? Because I have pretty... If it's not a weapon, potion, or armor, then it's likely that I have it. Jarland, over at the docks, brings me most of my supplies, and the rest comes from bartering with the people in town. Oh, Glover Mallory gets me a few things once in a while. He usually has the most amazing deals that I... Take a look. The East Empire pendants are scattered all over, so leave no stone unturned.
Welcome to Raven Rock.
I think so, but I can't remember how I know him. Or maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure. I think so. But the only thing that comes to mind is a shrine near the Earthstone. The Dunmer have been growing food in the Ashlands for thousands of years. It was born out of the necessity to survive in the harsh climate of our homeland. And now, with the constant eruptions of the Red Mountain, it's more important than ever. No, only the Telvanni have the ability to weave living growth from the ash. This simply takes the right ingredients, the right tools, and a lot of patience. All sorts of useful things. Feel free to browse. Next time you're hungry, stop by. I always have plenty of food for sale.
Want to buy everything I've got on display, really. The East Empire pendants are scattered all over, so leave no stone unturned.
Here in his shrine.
That they have forgotten.
Here
You
do we
there.
toil.
You don't seem to be in quite the same state as the others here.
That we
Very
might
interesting.
remember.
May I ask what it is you're doing here?
By night we will come.
Mirak. It sounds familiar, and yet I
my
can't
day
quite
was
place.
stolen.
Oh, wait, I recall. But that makes very little sense. Mirak's been dead for thousands of years. I'm not sure, but it is fascinating, isn't it? Perhaps it has some relation to what's going on here. Quite unexpected. I'm afraid I can't give you any answers, but there are ruins of an ancient temple of Mirax toward the center of the island.
Our eyes once were
If I were you, I'd look there.
now through him do we see.
Building something, clearly. And yet they don't seem to have much to say about it.
Now through that.
I'm very interested to find out what happens when they finish.
And when the world shall listen.
Certainly not. Doing so would interfere with whatever is going on. And I would be unable to see how this all turns out.
And when the world shall see.
You are too young to remember the
when
narrative.
the
He
world
defeated
remembers.
Degahur and saved us all from the Blight.
That world will see.
The ignorant think it is only a place of ash and
Here
lava.
in his shrine.
It has rolling green plains and swamps and verdant hills too.
That they have forgotten.
When the city of Vivek was destroyed, it took decades for us to rebuild. We are still but a shadow of our glorious past, but someday we will rise again. There is the big
Here
island
do
of
we
Ardenfell
toil.
and the coastal mainland. House Telvanni has its properties
might
on Vardenfell.
remember.
I've never been to the mainland myself.
By night we
It's the homeland of the Dunmer. The lesser races call us
What
Dark
my day was
Elves.
stolen.
We built great works there, like Vivek and Aldrun. Many of them are destroyed now, either by Red Mountain or the Argonian invasion. Red Mountain dominates the island. Every now and then, ash and debris from an eruption
Now
land
through
on
him
our
do
shore.
we see.
It is the only place where silt striders can be found. Although I managed to transplant a few here when I arrived. Are we done? I thought so.
Now through them does he speak.
And when the world shall listen.
That seems inadvisable. Oh, fascinating.
That
Out in the
world
stone.
will cease.
So you are
be.
able to resist the effect by exerting your will.
Here in his shrine.
I would not advise touch. The stone again. Effects of repeated contact could be. Unless, of course, you'd like to contribute
That they
to
have
my
forgotten.
investigation, which could be very enlightening to observe you. That seems inadvisable. Oh. I wonder how long this effect will last. Perhaps it is permanent, as with the others. That would be a shame. You are an interesting exception to the otherwise universal phenomenon.
Our eyes once were blinded.
Now, through me, do you see?
Can you hear me? Do you have any free will left? Or are you completely under this outside influence like the other?
Now, through them, do I speak?
And when the world shall see.
It appears that you are
And
not as
when
unusual after all.
Remembers. that you have
Here do we
forgotten.
toil.
Here you reclaim.
I wonder if a dragon could be captured alive. It would make a fascinating
He
test.
grows ever near to us.
Our eyes once were blinded.
Now through him do we see. Our hands once were idols.
Thanks. I wasn't sure I'd make it off this farm alive. I wish I could have said the same for my man here. Some of the Redoran Guard have taken to calling them ash spawn. Me, I don't care what they're called. All I know is they're a danger to Raven Rock and they need to be stopped. I was going to search for clues that might lead me to wherever they're coming from. I know it isn't the best place to start, but we know they've been coming from this direction. Good. Besides, I don't feel we were searching the farm when the ash spawn ambushed us. No one knows, really. Superstitious folks say they're the risen forms of those that died long ago, but I'm not so certain. They started attacking the bulwark a few weeks ago. My men were able to kill them, but they keep coming back. We've had 2 other assaults on the bulwark, at different spots on the wall. I know it sounds crazy, but it's almost like they're becoming more organized and probing it for weaknesses. Exactly. Something has to be directing them against us, and we need to find out who or what it is. I might know someone, or maybe not. I can't remember. I can't. I just can't be sure. I think maybe he had something to do with a temple, a temple here on the island. Does that help? I don't. Good thing the farm's been abandoned for a long time. Not sure. Not certain who lived there. It was already a pile of rubble when I arrived in Raven Rock. Report back to me if you discover anything unusual.